Escaping twin flame. So I gave myself psychosis 2 years ago because of a spirituality that I joined, and this documentary that is called Escaping Twin Flame is literally pretty much the same practice that I was doing. Luckily I didn't actually fall into insane being a that people would literally. I was actually going to unalive myself because I thought I didn't want my children having a mother that was so insane that people would literally like probably bully them for it, and I did not want to live in a body where I had no control over my thoughts and over my own mind. I was absolutely terrified. So I reached out to lots of gurus and lots of spiritual coaches from the spirituality that I was practicing, and every single one of them either ignored me or asked me for a payment. So I made a video the other day just to kind of talk about that vaguely, and just to kind of like say, oh, there's this documentary, it's really good, it shows you how like far it can go with other people and other circumstances and other situations, but the thought processes and the thinking all behind the spiritualities were very, very similar, and that's all I wanted to do. And I made a comment on my caption just thanking the person that actually was there for me, that actually did help me, that didn't take money from me, that sat down and spoke to me as long as I needed, whenever I needed, in order to help me come back down to reality. And that was all it was, and it was incredible. That is all I needed, and I will thank that person again and again and again. Allie Starts a Cult. I don't know what kind of username she's using nowadays, but back then it was Allie Starts a Cult, and she was helping people come away from the law of assumption, the law of whatever, and all the other bloody spiritualities that are literally hurting people's brains and making them want to unalive themselves. Because guess what? People did. People unalived themselves. There was many people that had this affect them in quite a bad way. And this isn't coming from information from Allie. This is things that I've seen. This is things that I have witnessed. These are people that I knew that had done this sort of shit to themselves and ended up so unwell that they did not see another way out. So if it wasn't for Allie, I definitely wouldn't be here. My children would be motherless. There would be plenty of people missing me right now because of some other toxic people that we should really be throwing our energy at. So anyway, I make this video, and this commenter just randomly wants to let me know that the person that I have tagged to say thank you is a very bad person, and I must basically condemn them. And if you're going to comment and make them part of your videos somehow, if you're going to tag them, you should at least call them out for all the bad things that they've done as well. I'm sorry, but your subjective opinion on that person's content has nothing to do with the content that I was making, and nothing to do with the warning I was issuing out to people to make sure that they keep themselves safe when they're dibble-dabbling in spiritualities. The interesting thing here is this comment, every accusation is a projection, which I'm assuming what you were trying to say is the fact that you come onto my page and you try to gaslight me into agreeing with you, because if I didn't agree with you, I must agree with the things that you are accusing her of doing. So you insinuated and actually did boldly say that she is backing misogyny and all these other horrible, terrible things, and I'm just sat here like, okay, well, one, you've obviously not watched my content, because I get shit all the time off of men for being like being sexist and things like that, just because every now and then I'll pull up statistics that really upset me and I make a comment about it, and it's normally about men. Men don't like me very much because sometimes I see those things and I want to say like, this is bad, let's do better, and men are like, oh, you don't like us. Like, it happens, it is what it is. So for you to come onto my page and try and make out that I'm the same as the subjective opinion that you have of somebody else is really wild, actually, because you're just obviously projecting. And then you went on further to say things like, isn't it funny how that person never talks about Christianity? That's weird. Which is interesting, because your black and white thinking is very Christian-like, and that is all you have done on the comment section. If anyone wants to go back and like have a look at that, it is absolutely wild and hypocritical over there. I cannot even wrap my head around the fact that this person thinks it's totally fucking normal and fine. The fact that you're like, wow, if you don't agree with me, you are obviously just like her. What, based on the fact that I said thank you for saving my life? I think that's a very valid thing to credit someone for. I don't care if like she accidentally kicked a puppy one time. That still does not invalidate the fact that she saved my life. That is a fact. She did save my life. Whether you care about the fact that I'm here or not, I do. So I have got something genuinely to thank her for that is a fact. The thing that you're trying to get me to condemn her for is your opinion. It's how you have taken her content and twisted it and made it fit your agenda. And now you want me to agree with you. And if I don't agree with you, I must be feeding into misogyny as well somehow, which makes literally no sense, because I just wanted to quickly thank someone for, and I mean like quickly thank someone for saving my life. She didn't even get a mention in the video or anything in particular. It was literally a tag saying, thank you. Like, it's so vague. Like, it's not even what she deserves. She actually deserved so much more. She deserved a whole freaking video made about her, but we've been there and done that, just so you know. Yeah, the way you have commented is actually just so hypocritical. It's madness to me that you don't see how delusional your comments have been. It's concerning, because you have literally tried to gaslight me, name call me, and then try and like make out that I'm bad, she's bad, everyone that agrees with this, and then you're labeling things as well, like red pill thinking, blue pill thinking. Like, do you hear yourself? It's not good. Like, I don't want to come across like an asshole, because this is probably a not very nice thing to say, but you don't seem well in your comments. You seem a little bit how I was being towards the end of my cult-like thinking, towards the part of my life where I was ready to unalive myself, because I just woke up one day and realized like something's not right, and then I started hallucinating. So yeah, just chill. The amount of energy you have given me over a video that's nothing to do with Allie is just not, it's just not balanced. It literally makes no sense. The level of energy you have put into your comments is not okay, and it doesn't seem fair or safe or normal in my opinion. It's a bit over the top, I'm not gonna lie. And the issue is you're trying to, like, I don't know, convert me to kind of agree with you, but your tactics, I'm not being funny, but they're really shit. Like, they are really bad. Like, you should never go into sales ever. Like, you could not convince me to buy anything. The way you have gone about trying to get me to agree with your opinion is actually like really bad. Like, never become a prophet. Like, don't ever try and convert people into any type of religion. You would be really bad at it. You're bad at sales, honey. Like everything that you've commented, I'm gonna give you some feedback on it. It was bad. It was really not convincing. I am actually more inclined to agree with Allie now for absolutely just that reason. Just that reason alone makes me want to be stubborn as hell, to dig my heels in and be like, well, now I really don't want to agree with you, because your attitude is disgusting. Your sales tactics are freaking awful. And yeah, facts are not like feelings, and feelings aren't facts. You can't just come on here and say your feelings and demand that I just agree with you. And if I don't agree with you, you're gonna make out that I'm some sort of misogyny backing person. Like, you really haven't watched my content. You have not seen the comments that I get sometimes, honestly. Like, I actually, like, I love men and women all equally. I really do. I'm literally like someone that I don't even have a gender preference at all. I'm very much one of the people that, like, I am into the soul, I guess. Like, I like people for who they are and for what they stand for and things like that, absolutely. But it's not a gender specific thing, I must admit. But I do get a lot of shit for hating on men. I genuinely do, because, like, I'm gonna call out bad behaviour in men if I see bad behaviour in men. Do you know what I haven't seen is bad behaviour in Allie? Maybe that hasn't come up on my time feed yet. Maybe I just haven't seen it yet. But the way you're trying to make me go and see it and go and talk about it on a topic that's completely irrelevant to whatever you think she's doing now is just nuts to me. I'm sorry, but it is. Like, I came on here to talk about something I am passionate about, that I can speak my truth about, and you've actually insinuated that I've lied. You've even said things like, oh, you haven't unpacked this trauma yet, obviously. That's such a vile thing to say to someone that has done so much therapy. Like, do you realize how bold and entitled and rude and vile you have come across in my comment section? It is nuts. I literally I'm actually dead shocked. And then you were like, oh, but you're not picking on the man that's in the comments. Yeah, because I literally said one thing to him and he disappeared, and that was it. Done. You have continuously tried to push your agenda down my throat. So this video will not be staying up because it's not my content at all. Like, this is not the kind of thing that I want to be discussing on here. But also, like, you really do need, like, to speak to somebody or something, because the way you're commenting just does not seem... Okay, so I was actually going to